it's like competition who's gonna make the city win, if that makes sense. Like
I want to be the one. Like,
yeah, I want to be the one to put RVA on the map. I want to be the one to represent, like, it's kind of like everybody wants to be the one, but we still support each other, if that makes sense. But there's a lot more passive stuff, like passive aggressive support.
What you vaping on?
Well, this one's like the THC jump. I was looking for my nicotine jump, but I think it might be in my car or in the car or something. Oh, no, it's right here. We're going to have a parkour competition, too, so if you feel like you got them hops.
Parkour?
It's been a little minute, but I'm on that. I'm ready.
Timbaland facing controversy over his AI-generated artist. What's her name? Cop car pulls up from this way. They're like, get down on the ground. My boy Chris actually gets on the ground. He just gives up right there. I'm like, fuck that.
My favorite is, I think, is that number 3? I think with the green. I don't remember if she's number 3. These kids were cool to us, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember watching them thinking they were cool as hell, but even in their own show, like, they weren't considered, like, super cool by other kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't no popular, like, these are the little outcasts in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that. So I felt like it kind of correlated to the song, like, The Kid Next Door, because it's like, you know, you could know yourself, you could feel like you're a certain way, and then all the people around you will still try to bring you down just for no reason. So I just kind of felt like it correlated in a sense to me.
So you feel like an outcast?
I would say certain points in my life, like not even necessarily outcast per se, but I just feel like, I mean, I guess they say like a black sheep or something like that. Yeah. Like I don't really move with a lot of people. Like most people, if they ever see me, I'm pretty much by myself, like doing my own thing. You know? So yeah, I just don't feel like I mentally, especially my age, like I don't feel like, generally speaking, people in my age group have the same current goal, you know? And it's not bad, but it's just, for me personally, I just don't feel like it vibes well with me. Like I don't feel like, it doesn't make me feel motivated.
Yeah, well, at 20 years old, most people don't know what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're lucky enough to find a passion, like you're making music, you can start working towards that. But most people don't know what the fuck they want to do. Yeah. You know, you graduate high school at 18 and you're expected to know what you want to do for the rest of your life. You get out of college, you have all this debt for something you don't even want to do. Is anybody else in your family like do creative stuff?
No, not really.
Okay.
I'm kind of the first person in my family.
That's how it was for me too. Like I'm the kind of the first person, because I used to make music as well. And like I do skits. Like I've been doing like different content since I was in like 9th grade. But like nobody in my family does that. And then nobody in my friend group even did stuff like that. Like all through like pretty much up until like 5-6 years ago when I started doing the pod and stuff. I was kind of like dolo, just doing my creative stuff. So it felt like a lonely journey. Well, to me, it sounds like you're still like experimenting with your sound. Like you haven't really figured out, is it safe to say you haven't really figured out who you are as an artist yet? No,
I would say this is who I am as an artist.
Okay.
I want to do everything. I feel like my form of artistry is everything. Like when I was just singing, I was so bored. Like it got to a point where I was like, okay, I know I can rap. I know I can do funk. I know I can do punk. I know I can do all this stuff. Why am I just doing one thing? You know, even if it is the most marketable, like I would rather do everything I can, you know? And it's so fun because even the shows I have now, like I have like alternative girls popping out, and then it's like you got the YNs popping out, you got the spiritual people, you know. It's just like I love seeing different people, like everybody looking different, and they're there for a different sound. Like I think I just want to continue to do that. Like I want to equally do everything.
Well, I feel like punk rock's about to make a return.
I think
low key, I think that's what America is missing right now.
Yeah.
They've got a fucking fly in here. Hip hop was the thing that was like at the forefront for the longest, and I think it got boring.
Yeah.
Because for 2 reasons. Because people are telling the same story, which we know what that story is now. You're from the hood, you went through the struggle, all that stuff. Which like not to like diminish that life that you have, but it's like it's not exciting anymore because we've heard it so many times.
Right.
So people are telling the same story, and then they're also not really getting too creative with how they're telling the story. They're telling the same story in the same way. So it gets old after a while. And I think I like more in the early 2000s when it was like a lot of different genres were mainstream.
Yeah.
Like it was rock, pop at the same time as hip hop, as pop, as fucking R&B. Like all of this stuff was in like the mainstream consciousness.
Yeah.
And I think it's just more like an enjoyable time. I feel like we're getting back to that. We have actually a couple artists from Richmond coming up after you as well, like later this month. You know, Ron Bandup?
Ron Bandup? I don't know him personally. But
you know who that is? So we got him coming on, and we have this dude. Is G Sambo from Richmond? Do you know G Sambo?
Again, like I know him, but I know him personally.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get more tapped in what's going on out there.
I like that. You know Hunt?
Hunt?
LBE Hunt?
I don't think so.
He's tough. You should like him.
Yeah.
He makes some good music.
From what I see, like trap is kind of like the biggest genre in Richmond right now.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like either trap or like the whole like spoken word poetry, which is so cool because it's like two completely opposite like things on the spectrum of music, I feel like. But they definitely love the trap shit for sure. Like you like RVA drill?
I'm kind of hip. I'm not too hip to everything that's going on, but like those two artists I just named, I've seen their stuff and I think they're fire.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the RVA drill stuff. It's different. I like it. When I was younger, I was kind of like to myself and stuff like that. I didn't really like go out or nothing like that. So I say that's probably what pushed me to make music, because I was trying to look for something to like express myself, you know? Like I tried painting and stuff like that. It wasn't really given the fulfillment I felt like I needed. So I recorded like one song and then I just dropped it randomly. And then from there, people were like, "Oh shit, you kind of like that. I like this. You should keep going." I was like, "All right." So I just kept going, and then eventually it became like, it went from something I thought I could never do to something like that I'm actively pursuing and trying to make happen for myself. So I honestly love the whole experience. Like obviously, you know, in Richmond, there's a lot of like. There's a lot of positivity, but there's also a lot of like hate and shit and, you know, people that are very vindictive. But I feel like for the most part, I've gotten a lot of love and support from my city. Like, I feel like it's just been great.
Does Richmond feel like, because I know a lot, like in this part of Virginia, a lot of people will say it's like crabs in a bucket. How is it out there? Does it seem like a more supporting community? Like are people supporting each other and like wanting to see each other win? Like as far as like creatives and stuff or?
Yeah, I would say they want to see the city win as a whole, but I would say that it's like competition who's gonna make the city win, if that makes sense. Like
I want to be the one. Like,
yeah, I want to be the one to put RVA on the map. I want to be the one to represent. Like it's kind of like everybody wants to be the one, but we still support each other, if that makes sense. But there's a lot more passive stuff, like passive aggressive support.
Have you seen how Timbaland is trying to start this new project with these AI artists?
Wait, so it's like not a real person, it's completely AI?
Completely AI. So he has, let me just see so I can say her name, Karen. Okay. Timbaland facing controversy over his AI generated artist. What's her name? So basically he created this AI generated artist and they're going to drop music under her.
Tata.
What does it say? Timbaland has doubled down on his plan to launch an AI artist through his company Stage Zero to bring forth a new music genre known as artificial pop or A-pop. Now he is facing backlash. So, couple things on this. All the conversations that I see about this or all the backlash is pretty much artists speaking from, an artist perspective. So it's like why artists aren't agreeing with this, which I can understand that. They're like, you're taking out the job of the artist and you're just like making this AI generated thing, right? So people don't like that.
Yeah.
Which I can see that, but me,
I
don't think it'll work for a different reason. Yeah. And that's from the fans' perspective. Mm-hmm. I don't think fans will like really resonate and connect with an AI artist on the level that AI artist will become successful. Like I just don't think people will care that much.